Hello everybody, it's Anita from Liberate Me. We are here to unlock some hidden secrets from the solstice from a sacred geometry perspective. And wow, we have got some, just get my notes ready here, got some astonishing truths that I've come online today because it's amazing to know this at this point and activate it. There's a real shocking power inside of the solstice when we look at it through the sacred geometry lens to really transform your life today. And I'm just feeling into this. Yeah. It's really going to allow you to access everything you've been missing out on. And in conjunction with that, we've got a Capricorn full moon that's happening just one day after the summer solstice. So here are your activations. And if you know anything about Liberate Me, right, we don't just talk to you, we ask you to take part and get this immersive. So allow yourself to really be here. If you're here watching this when it's just come out or later, beautiful. And start to interact with it. Maybe get something to write on, or you can put it in the comments, or you can share, whatever feels good for you. Okay, so let's go. So it's really going to spotlight how far you have come, how far we've come, okay? So feel into right now, and I mean really just in the last week, okay? It doesn't have to be like, how far have I come in life, or generally, not just general achievements, okay? But really in the last day or so, what was I accomplishing? What was I moving towards? Okay? And as you highlight what that is, next up, what's important is to highlight where you then right, hindered yourself in some way. And that's when the force trait side of us comes out. Now, if you haven't got your sacred geometry soul design signature, reach out to receive that, because mapping this to your personal design is where it really comes alive and your personal experience. And we offer that complimentary as a gift at the moment. If you have it, it's time to revisit it, know what it is, listen to your most recent reading from the sacred geometry to map this with it, okay, your most recent experience. So it's where you're spotlighting where you've come in the last few days. You were moving towards something, getting excited maybe, even if it was scary, and then you hindered yourself. Where is it you hindered yourself from growing or stepping up to the plate, all right? So you literally may have just come so close, okay, to saying yes to changing your life. Okay, and you may not even realize, or you may realize this was a thing that could change your life. Okay, and that's why it can feel overwhelming for the force self. Okay, that is unnecessarily protecting us, but for good reason. And you'll understand that with your sacred geometry signature. So you came so close to changing your life. And then also due to this solstice, this new moon in Capricorn that we have coming up, it creates a feeling of detriment, that actually I'm going towards this thing, but it's detrimental for me now in some way. So it doesn't feel comfortable, it doesn't feel safe, or something like that, okay? It rattles you in some way. So what was that thing that you were accomplishing, moving towards, stepping into, and maybe you hindered yourself in some way, or your full self hindered you. So be compassionate towards that and just write that down or share it or feel it, okay? And that is actually the influence of that Capricorn new moon coming in, okay? To make it feel like detriment or heavy. And now ask yourself, is this thing that you are accomplishing over the last few days, last week, maybe last couple of weeks, okay, but quite recent, it is the message. Is it truly detrimental to me? Why did my full self hinder me from that? What was it protecting me from? Okay? Because the message from the sacred geometry is that this thing that may be perceived as being detrimental, that was actually something you were excited about or moving towards, or that you love or desire, it is not detrimental, okay? It is for you. So what is that thing or things that feel detrimental right now? And it's because we've got a duality at the moment with Cancer, okay? So Cancer is all about, well, not all about, but one of the things is comfort, safety. So it's really opposing, okay, the sort of the Capricorn, which is detriment, and then the sacred geometry that has been moving, which is around that you're moving towards something, okay? Something you've accomplished or you're getting excited about or you desired, and then suddenly there's this feeling that it's detrimental actually, or it doesn't feel comfortable, it doesn't feel safe. But actually the truth of that thing is that it's calling you, us, to grow, and that's the truth. So feel into yourself right now. Where is it you pulled away when you were like, yes, 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 this is exciting? Because maybe it felt overwhelming, intense, dangerous, detrimental. What is that thing that you almost accomplished or almost stepped into? Because there's huge, huge activation into that, okay? So that is the false self, the false trait that's moving, okay? And therefore, the activation or the invite is to instead take action towards that thing, okay? Yeah. So it is really a big energy, that new moon that we're coming into in that Capricorn. And if you don't have your sacred geometry, soul design signature is bespoke to you, one of a kind to be you, be sure to get it, okay? You can request it from any of the channels that are here. So you can read the elements here with what's coming through in your personal sacred geometry, because that's where it really can be very powerful to get some insights from this, okay? So you don't take this in a generic way and really allow it to go bespoke to you, because we have an energetic peak here. And you don't want to just do rituals or do rituals at all to release things, okay? To release things, or just to only make yourself feel more comfortable, okay? It's okay to feel comfortable, but it's saying, be comfortable with saying yes to where it rattled you or where it felt like it was detriment, instead of releasing it or doing a ritual or something to feel better, because that can actually offload, okay? Or bypass the creation energy that was in that tension, okay? Most things that are beautiful get created through tension, like a baby, right? There's a lot of pressure, okay? And if we move away from that, we don't get that beautiful gift, or a diamond created under pressure, okay? So it's saying don't release that as such. Don't sort of go into any rituals to bypass that. You can have a ritual, you can allow yourself to be relaxed if you can, and then step into that thing. Actually take an energetic step right now not to release that thing that feels detrimental, because it's really not what it seems on the surface, okay? Yeah, so I know it's very popular in new moon time with the sacred geometry. We use these energies, but it's much, much more than that. And it's popular to believe that we just want to release things, feel comfortable, but actually we want to use all the energies, okay? So yeah, so you want to bring that thing in that you're saying is detrimental or feels unsafe, just looking at my notes here, making sure I'm grabbing it all, and uncomfortable, and go for that. So what is that thing? At least acknowledge it for yourself, between you and you, okay? What is that thing that you were accomplishing, you were going towards, and you're thinking, no, it doesn't feel safe, or it feels detrimental, it feels uncomfortable, and because that Cancer energy is here in duality, it really wants the comfort at the same time. So allow yourself to have some comfort with saying yes to that thing or moving towards it. Be with that. That is where the magic is. That is where the creation is. Otherwise it offloads that creation to bring in what you desire, or even better. So, and it may be like, no, you know what? I really feel this thing is detrimental. I was going towards it, but then I realized, you know, it feels unsafe and it's not comfortable. It feels violating or scary, or Yeah, but actually, wherever that is coming from and where you were moving towards, the something, someone, or situation that made you feel that way, it's actually being used as a sacred geometry vessel, that person, that thing, if you like. So the greater sacred geometry has brought that detrimental energy into that person, that thing, or that situation, or even in you, okay, to show up the parts of you that are in what we call your root ring signature, okay, that are not detrimental at all. They're things that want to be addressed now. They want to be transcended into creation of what you desire, or even better. So you actually want to embrace them rather than run away from them. So you may be running away from the situation, the person, the thing that you are maybe going towards and getting excited about, that you're accomplishing something, and that we're not really getting away from it. That's a false illusion. It's just brought up the very things, the fear or the detriment or the things it reminded you of that you require, okay, to get what you desire. So it's really seeing the truth in that now is going to be life-changing for you. Now, with that Capricorn in the air, there is structure, there is discipline, there is maturity, okay? It's a strict teacher. It's a lot of authority and a lot of wisdom. So what you may have experienced may have felt very structured, very disciplined, very mature, very challenging, okay? And that authority may have felt strong to you. Yet there is much wisdom in it right now. And so it may have had you run in the opposite direction, going, whoa, this feels a bit strict, this feels a bit full on. I was really excited, I felt like I was accomplishing something, but now it feels like it's detrimental, so I'm going to run in the opposite direction instead. That is false energy, not true, an illusion. And the message from the sacred geometry is to have you embrace it instead. So what is one thing that if you take a breath, be with yourself for a minute, what is one thing, who can I be with this instead? Knowing this message that I'm getting from my soul, to activate intention around this as well. What is one thing I could enjoy about this instead that I'm realizing from the heart? And what is one thing I could do instead, then to the head? And what is that action I could take? Okay, just consider that and open up to that, because the opportunity here in balancing these opposing themes during this sacred geometry, incredible moment where you got that full moon, you got the solstice, you got that difference between that detriment feeling from Capricorn, that want for comfort and safety in Cancer. The invitation is to get comfortable and safe where you feel the detriment and say yes to this, because it will be beyond life-changing. And also we've got the summer solstice, midsummer. My husband's Swedish, so happy midsummer to everybody out there who celebrates it. And even if you don't celebrate it, happy midsummer. The summer solstice brings attention to our emotions and empathy. Okay, so as you were achieving something or moving towards something or accomplishing something in the last week or 2 weeks or the last few days even, and then it was like, oh, it's detrimental and I'm scared of it, or it doesn't feel good, or feels overwhelming, too much, too structured, too much authority, too much discipline in it. That's the Capricorn energy. And the solstice has empathy. So have empathy for yourself, or wherever you received that from, who you received it from, the situation you received it from. Maybe it was your partner, maybe it was a friend, maybe it was your work or something that you experience in your day-to-day life. Have empathy for that, and also have empathy for the detriment energy that is moving or what feels uncomfortable and safe, and let it know that you have empathy for it, and let it know that I am going to move towards you. I'm not going to reject you, because you're the one that has the magic in it. So we also have love here, Venus, okay, and that feeling in Cancer. So it feels like very nurturing time. So you want to nurture that detriment, but you don't want to nurture it to a point that we're offloading and bypassing it and avoiding or running away from the thing that caused that detriment, because you don't want to go in opposition to the detriment or that strict authority that it may have felt like, okay? that may have brought up different things for you, actually you want to go towards it. You want to go into union with it because there's so much wisdom there. So ask yourself as well now, and hopefully you're taking part as you're going along, or rewatch this, take part, answer the questions for yourself, pause, take notes, whatever feels good for you. So ask yourself now, how can I create a union in that? Okay? How can I say yes to that? Okay? Or consider that. So, for example, if you've been timid about speaking your truth or aligning your actions with your thing that you're excited about, you were moving towards with your word as such, okay? Or what you were saying yes to, or that you secretly desire. So what were you saying yes to? What you secretly desiring? What were you wanting to take action on? Okay, and then something came in and it felt very detrimental, like you'd been knocked over and went, oh, okay. But so it felt scary or detrimental or unsafe. That is the fourth trait self. So you are wholly supported, okay, by the macro sacred geometry, as we call it here, to act on your yes and on your desire, and in knowing you will feel so safe, so comfortable for real, and it will boost your confidence, okay, and your strength as you choose it, okay. However, there's a lot of big energies moving right now, so be aware of that. The moon is squaring off to Neptune in Pisces. There are other influences that are influencing us on a wider scale, but also on a personal sacred geometry. That's why having your personal sacred geometry signature is useful to map this towards. I mean, more than useful, okay? So all of this may cloud your perception right now. So it's important to act in the direction of the detriment and keep acting because it's there for you, rather than reflect too much. And I know the popular view is reflect a lot, you know, at times of solstice or the new moon, or release things, but actually that is offloading. Actually, if we act towards the detriment and what is a yes for us, the release that we talk about happens naturally and organically, and what you desire, or even better, can come through that. So yeah, so it's following the detriment. It's your friend, not your foe, is the message that sacred geometry is giving. So the full moon can make you question your progress right now. So where you're making that progress, the first question we have, where were you making that progress? What accomplishment? What were you desiring? What were you feeling excited about? And then suddenly you feel pessimistic about it because, oh, I feel scared, or I feel rattled. Something you were just about to jump into or say yes to, or love and desire to. So remember, these transits and these feelings are fleeting, okay? And they're here to be utilized. They don't have the meaning we think they have. So take actions aligned with that original yes. You literally accomplish so much to step into. You know, Capricorn is about accomplishment as well, that new moon, and detriment and strict and authority. So that may have made it feel detrimental. But step into that anyway. That feeling that is detrimental is the illusion. It's just strength. It's taking you to places that you've never been, and you're going to get to experience feelings, experiences of what you desire, moving through into your life in ways that have never happened before. It's a really expanded state of being right now that the invite is for you to step into. So, yeah. So unless you know about these messages, the solstice, the Capricorn moon, the Cancer, the sacred geometry signature, your sacred geometry, a lot of times at this moment, or you maybe, or you have, or you will, you can just freak out, right? Or go into your full self, which was really logical. It's like, no, this is not for me. I think it was for me, but no, it's not, and logicalize that. And it makes you think you're going in the wrong or weird direction, or maybe you're under some kind of attack or force. I get it. We're all experiencing these energies right now, but it is not this. It is not this. There is huge creation opportunity to receive what you desire. So the invite is, if we take it on face value, we miss this. Okay, so it's a huge one to understand. So I wanted to do a collective reading today because the energy is now. And really, really beautiful. So old patterns, old energy, old wounds, false trait, who you are not, are going to continue to move in and act like they're you, and act like something is dangerous, okay? And act like something is not you, just as you're about to activate into the new. And so start to understand that and move in a new way as you activate this with your sacred geometry and reciprocate these energies that it's giving you. So, but we do have two opposing energies right now. That is not going to go away. That Capricorn feeling of this is detrimental, and the Cancer feeling, I want this to feel comfortable and cozy, right? So that's really, and I felt like I was accomplishing something, and suddenly it felt detrimental. And so as much as possible with this message, the invite from the sacred geometry is to feel comfortable with that detrimental thing, because it is for you. It has magic for you in it. So it's almost as if patterns or things are repeating, and you can see it, and it's these old energies, and the root wound signature, as we call it here in sacred geometry, your false trait signature, as you will know in your sacred geometry signature if you receive that. If you haven't, then when you get to receive that, this will help you personalize it to your signature. So this is a bit like a test, although I hate saying that word. It's really an opportunity. And if you're willing to choose the thing that feels detrimental where you got so far, and heck, you know, even feel some comfort in that choice and step forward into it, make movement into it. What movement could you make right now? What could you be, enjoy, do towards that thing that feels detrimental, to lean into more of a yes to it rather than grasping onto this detrimental, this unsafety feeling or uncomfortable feeling that something dangerous is there. So it's not let go of the thing. Okay, this is where there's a misinterpretation. Just let go of all things that don't feel good. But actually it's let go of the grasp of the thing that doesn't feel good and go towards it. Because it's going to be ending something out that you really want to end out. That you want something to move out and something to move in. Okay, whether it's to move out, blocking love away so you can move in and have love, whether it's blocking out, keeping money away or wealth away so it can come in, okay, whatever it is for you. So it wants to set you to say yes to that, so it makes way for these new opportunities that are pre-created for you in the macro sacred geometry reality world, just for you. And if you feel like, oh no, but now I've made a wally of myself, or I feel embarrassed, or, you know, I'm not sure, you know, I was excited about this thing and now I felt it was detrimental, but I kind of see the truth in it. Forgive yourself. So what? Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on others, okay? If they come towards you right now. Don't feel guilty. Let that go, okay? And just take that action towards the thing that feels detrimental, okay? Yeah, because that's what it's requiring for you to say yes to that. Yeah, whatever felt detrimental, yeah, yet you were so excited for it, just like a few moments ago, a few days ago, a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago, okay? Or you've had mixed feelings, like you're excited and then there's detriment. It's for you. So it's about embracing that change, or receiving more of who you're here to be, more of what you're here to enjoy, more of what you're here to have. That is going to automatically come in as you choose that. It creates space for something new, okay? That is pre-created for you to receive something you want, okay, or better. So what's required here is grace with this energy, inner strength needed to overcome the challenge, okay? The power of kindness and forgiveness to yourself, to others, where it may have felt detrimental, because it's all for you. It's happening for you, not to you. Not in an airy-fairy way, in a very solid Capricorn kind of authoritative way that we're going to use this, and it is going to bring you what you desire, or even better, And actually it's going to bring to you how wonderful you really are and who you're here to be and what you're here to enjoy. So embrace how wonderful you are inside of this. There is no space right now for separation, anxiety, and stress. Okay, so wherever you're separating from anxiety and stress and like, I don't want that, so I'm going to separate from that, they are creation activators in you. We can be in duality, have anxiety, stress, and be happy and step into something, okay? Because everything of that frequency is an illusion, okay? So to say if I'm feeling separation, anxiety, and stress, and that means I need to separate from it, it's actually happening for you. So anything that is telling you to separate from that frequency is an illusion, because it's actually going to help you transcend that separation and come together with yourself in union and transcend that anxiety, which is feelings and stress, and turn it into gifts for you. So you want to step towards it. It's like divine or sacred geometry intervention that is at play. And it's really trying to rearrange things in your life in a way that you desire, or even better, it's just giving you what you require. So in your life right now, even if that felt really intense or detrimental. So yeah, but it requires you to reciprocate and say yes to it so you can rearrange it. And your sacred geometry downloads, if you like, and your inner guidance when you're moving towards something, you're getting excited, or you love that thing or that person, or you wanted it, you desired it, and then it feels it's detrimental, it's okay. It indicates there's an interconnectedness of everything in your sacred geometry. So what it's calling for you now, knowing what you know, knowing what you're feeling, knowing what you're hearing, from your higher perspective, ask yourself, what are the challenges? What is the gift in these challenges? And am I ready to activate the creation inside of this? Because there is unconditional love. It requires you to have unconditional love. So the importance of unconditional love for yourself, or for others, or for a situation where that detrimental feeling came from, knowing they're being used as a vessel, or you are for yourself, to rattle things up, okay, where you felt that detrimental. It is having unconditional love for that, because it is in love. So all the fear, the uncomfortability, the jealousy, the judgment, or the shame, they are good things. They are not bad things. They're here to be transmuted. They are into the medicine, if you like, from your sacred geometry to bring in what you desire, or even better. So don't self-deprecate if those energies come up either between you and you, or someone else triggers you, okay? Move towards that, say yes to that, okay? Choose that very thing is what it's saying. And lovingly as much as possible. So, which will attract more positive things that have been pre-created for you in your sacred geometry reality world. Okay, and it's like a now thing that it wants to deliver. So you are like a sacred geometry magnetic field, if you like, right now, creating with this energy, okay, that may feel detrimental, and now you know it's not. So the question is, betraying the integrity right now of that because it feels detrimental, is that working for you or working against you? Okay, if you're betraying the integrity of that, what is the integrity inside of that thing that feels detrimental? Because actually there's a lot of truth and integrity inside it, and it signifies a calling here. So you're being invited, like a higher part of you is urging you now, your macro sacred geometry is urging you now to step up, because your sacred geometry is intervening and it's guiding you towards so much love and creation of what you desire, or even better. So that is the end of the reading today, and there may be more because there's so much energy moving, and where I can, I will come in and serve you. So if you're inside of Liberate Me as a client, definitely be with this to the fullest extent with your sacred geometry signature, the messages you've had recently. Share, and yeah, you won't believe what will be revealed, and some astonishing truths inside of that, and what it will bring in for you and open up for you to receive. If you're not a client or an activator, because I don't really like the word client inside of Liberate Me at the moment, but you've got your sacred geometry signature and you've had some messages, feel free to be with this and reach out with what comes through for you privately. And if you're watching this for the first time, or you haven't got your sacred geometry signature, feel free to reach out as well. And we are looking to do a Liberate Your True Self online virtual event if we get enough sign-ups. We did a recent one in person in Singapore, and there's quite a few that didn't make it, so we may be doing a virtual event, so we'll try to put the link somewhere in the bio, in the comments, wherever you're watching this, so you can register for that as well. And yes, be with it. I hope it serves you, and it may be a little bit different from the rest of what you're hearing out there, and that's okay. If it serves you, use it. If it doesn't, that's okay. I just want to send you so much love. Happy solstice, and happy navigating the Capricorn harshness, but absolutely beautiful to move towards. It's good energy, it's not bad energy. You know, it's not devil energy, it's good, okay? It's very loving actually at the moment. And if we can use the Cancer energy to get comfortable with it a little, or understand that and move towards it, wow. Okay, if we can balance those dualities that are going on and are squaring off because it's all for you, then absolutely incredible. I'm here for questions, you can reach out, and I'm just sending you so much love inside of this energy. This has been Anita from Liberate Me. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to the sacred geometry, and I hope this has served you. Take it easy, and I shall speak to you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.